Well, Team Africa is Marwa. We all have had some of the most embarrassing moments in our life. But anyway, today I want us to just look at our African presidents. What are some of the most embarrassing, but some not embarrassing, but humorous, as we explore this video, some of the greatest laughable moments of presidents in Africa. Well, for an intro, let's quickly jump into Nigeria. This is what I deem to the falling for politics. During election campaign in Nigeria, PDP party officials actually gave the phrase falling for politics a different, whole new meaning when they actually collapsed on the podium. Well, our first culprit is none other than Robert Mugabe. The late Zimbabwean president, actually upon his return from a meeting in Ethiopia, fell at Harare airport to what I might dub as the fall of his life. Photographers were never late to seize at this moment, and actually, this is a moment that looked like one of his most groundbreaking moments in his career. Well, let's now fly all the way from Zimbabwe to Uganda to meet Ugandan's Deputy Prime Minister Moses Ali, or you might as well call him the Pepe Kale of today. Moses Ali turned a ceremonial football kickoff to what I'd say a Mickey Mouse halftime show, taking an unexpected fumble in front of over 45,000 spectators. I mean, he wanted to kick the ball, but the ball betrayed him. And some might say the ground might have refused to, collude with him. Well, the crowd might not remember the score of that match, but unfortunately, they will never forget his fall. Oh, Pepe Kale. Let's now take a flying kick all the way to South Africa, where South African President Cyril Ramaphosa is our other culprit. During COVID days, and we know how important it was to wear a mask, Cyril Ramaphosa appeared on live TV to educate South African people on how to put on a mask. But unfortunately, towards the end of the speech, it looked like the mask didn't buy to his idea because he struggled to put the mask, leaving actually the mask covering all his face. This actually went viral worldwide, and we even got a chance for the Cyril's mask challenge. Well, let's now jump to Kenya, and this will truly shock you because I've never seen anything like this, and especially from a president. In a weird turn of events, Kenya's fourth president, the then Mwai Kibaki, was forced to hold a press briefing at State House, saying that he only had one wife who he dearly loved, none other than Lucy Kibaki. I mean, this was really shocking as he was forced to confess that he had no other affair with a woman actually named Mwai. Surprisingly, the First Lady was beside him when he was making this speech and even asked that anyone who had claims of her husband to come forward.
You know, and I know, and everybody else knows that I'm married and I have only one wife.
Ask now or never.
Well, just above Kenya, we now head to South Sudan. In December 2022, Sudan President Salva Kiir lost he's cool. I mean, he couldn't hold his bladder and peed on himself while the national anthem was actually playing. And everybody was asking themselves, was he afraid to be a patriotic? Or what might have led to this? This was very evident actually from the look of his pants. But interestingly, the video led to arrest of 6 South Sudan journalists who suspectedly leaked the video. So unfortunately this video wasn't supposed to be out, but the journalists leaked it and this made them get arrested. Well, before I leave East Africa, allow me to head back to Kenya for a while. A video of Kenya's fourth president appearing very drunk, speaking utterly nonsense and uncontrollably in a public event widely circulated. He was speaking actually after his election had been nullified. But you know, if you're Kenyan, President Uhuru Kenyatta appearing drunk in public wouldn't be surprising because you know, in Kenya, he was actually nicknamed Wamonyota or a drunkard. So many Kenyans were used to him being drunk in public, but he has had some of those embarrassing moments that he has failed to control his drunkardness. Alright, let's now move away from East Africa and head to the Gambia where we find the former president of Gambia, a very controversial figure. At one point, he actually claimed to have powers to cure HIV and AIDS. This was very shocking, and we all know HIV and AIDS was a great pandemic in Africa by then. He actually didn't even stop at that or the claims that he had. He went further and forced thousands of people who were suffering from this virus to undergo herbals that he had invented himself. However, his herbs actually didn't work, but instead made the conditions worse, especially those who had stopped now using the recommended dosage or ARVs for the virus. Several people died as a result of them not taking the recommended drugs, and this led to worldwide criticism. Well, let's now head back to South Africa where we find our favorite meme maker, Jacob Zuma, or you can call him Msholo. The former president actually encountered a very embarrassing moment as he was trying to read a verse from Genesis. He actually struggled to read the word in the beginning. Instead, he read it as in the beginning. And this clip went really viral and was the meme of those days, and actually even today.
Genesis 1 verse 1, in the beginning, in the beginning, yeah, in the listen properly, in the beginning, yeah, in the beginning, in the beginning, in the beginning.
Of course, this video wouldn't be nicer without the oldest president in the world, actually. Paul Biya, the Cameroonian president, who is currently the oldest president in Africa and the oldest head of state in the world, has had numerous embarrassing moments. Most of these embarrassing moments due to his old age. In one of our Africa heads of state meeting in the United States, he actually appeared super confused with the multitude people in the room and even asked if they were important people. This truly highlights the challenges and endurance that Cameroonians have had in terms of leadership and with their oldest president in leadership since 1982. Of course, the video couldn't end without going back to South Africa yet again. Back in September 2024, during a cultural celebration in South Africa, the South African vice president made a dramatic exit by collapsing on the podium while he's making a speech. Some might say it's the content of the speech that actually floored him, but some might say that it's the gravity that actually refused to cooperate and decided to steal the show. Well, let me now just leave you with South Africa because I feel like their leaders are so good at making memes, be it in parliament, be it in conversational speeches, falling in studios. I mean, they have it all. I think we should all visit South Africa for some more political humor. Enjoy.
And I'm not going to be like the Honorable Willie Madisha and say hong, hong, hong.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. You see, some of us don't know English properly.
Can
and
you,
then
Honorable
we
Madisha,
can only come and say
Honorable
hong,
Madisha,
hong, 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 like that.
Honorable
member.
Madisha,
Yes. Hong, hong, hong.
Honorable Madisha,
Hong, hong,
Honorable Madisha.
That's the only thing that she knows.
Honorable Madisha.
It's actually an opportunity to actually digest. Is actually after the tabling of the.
Well, thank you for watching up to the end. Tell me at the comment section, what do you think was one of the most embarrassing or hilarious moment of this African president? In the meantime, if you haven't subscribed, kindly do so. See you next time.